Welcome back to the show, back to talk about, I think, really the festival that kicks off festival season here in Ottawa, and that is the Ottawa Grassroots Festival. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by its artistic director, Ian Tamblyn. Ian, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit just off the air about the history of the festival. Began 11 years ago. Let's talk about those beginnings and a little bit of the history behind it.
Yeah, it started 11 years ago by the founder, Bob Nesbitt. And it was sort of an answer to the fact that the Ottawa Folk Festival had gone, and with the new festival, City Folk, its focus was a little different. And I think Bob and several others felt that a local part of what the folk festival had been was now missing.
Right, right. And then you got involved, what, about 3 years ago as artistic director?
Yes. Bob was suffering from cancer. He's passed away 3 years ago, and just before, a month or two before, the board and Bob asked me to come in and help with the curation of the festival.
Yeah, tell me about that. I mean, that's something you've really enjoyed doing. How do you go about curating a festival like this?
Well, one thing that you do is go out to clubs and listen to people.
Yeah, and that's a fun thing. Yeah.
That's not bad,
Yeah,
and you kind of know the community. So it puts you back out on the street in a way, listening to what there is out there. And the great thing about Ottawa right now is there's tremendous diversity in all aspects. You know, a number of years ago when I was playing, it was really hard to get gender equity in the shows because there's so many guys and not enough women. Well, now I think that equity has happened, or is pretty close.
Right.
And it's the same with ethnic diversity, people of color, the LGBTQ community. It's all there, and you can choose from it all.
Let's talk about this year's festival. I know obviously we probably can't mention each and every one, but what sort of highlight some of the acts for us this year?
Well, the acts take place in two venues. I'll get that out first.
Sure.
One is at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church at 82 Kent Street, which is right at the corner of Kent and Wellington, across from the Supreme Court.
Right.
And there we have concerts Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening, and these are paid events. And then during the day on Saturday at the church, there are workshops happening and concerts happening all day.
Okay.
Then on Sunday, the 23rd, we move to Irene's, 885 Bank Street, and that starts off with a gospel hour with Mike Curtis Hanna and goes from 11 o'clock right to midnight.
That is going to be one good party. All day at Irene's Pub. What a great venue.
It's fantastic. And last year, it was really at times, some of the performances were absolutely transcendent. And most of the people who are playing there know each other, but they never get to see each other.
Right.
Sort of following each other. They're all playing in different venues. So this is kind of a bit of a homecoming in that sense.
You have a theme each year, and this year's theme is rivers. Why that choice?
Well, last year it was trees, and I think it was for obvious reasons. There was a lot of controversy about the trees being cut down to make way for the hospital.
Yeah.
This year, I just thought it would be a good idea to continue that relationship. Musicians don't live in isolation from the environment at all. They live in it and with it. And so I thought that of all things Ottawa has, it's rivers.
Yeah.
I mean, the confluence of three rivers. And so I went, okay, let's speak about rivers. And so we have a series of panels, starting off with the Gatineau River. There'll be somebody talking about water quality there. I'll whip through them. Wally Schaefer is going to talk about the Des Moines watershed. Okay. Then Ottawa Riverkeeper will be here. Meredith Brown, who was the former Ottawa Riverkeeper, she'll be talking about the Great Lakes watershed. Somebody from the Rideau Valley Conservation Authority talking about the urban nature of the Rideau River and Canal. And then Phil Jenkins is going to sing and talk about the history of the St. Lawrence. So
nice.
It's
Yeah,
all there.
and it is incredibly important because I think we're so fortunate in this city to have, as you just described, these three rivers that flow through and, provide us with so much joy, and we haven't been good stewards.
No, and I think Albert Dumont, who is giving our opening remarks in the sanctuary, is going to address that point. First Nation elder and I think poet laureate of Ottawa.
Nice. Let's get back to some of the talent. Who's going to be performing?
Okay, on Thursday evening, it's Ben Rowland. He's from Peterborough, and then followed by Moonfruits. On Friday, it's a songwriter night with Mia Kelly from the Gatineau Hills and Ken Yates, who was nominated as English Songwriter of the Year last year at the Canadian Folk Music Awards. On Saturday, it's kind of an ethnically diverse evening with Ali Reza Tarvijai. He's from Iran. He's a fiddler from Iran. He's 19 years old, and he is a go-getter.
Okay.
He's excellent. And then finishing that evening on Saturday night is a group from Poland called Polki. They now live in Toronto, but it's a six-piece band. I saw them last year at the Folk Music Awards, and they were just outstanding. They do not just Polish tunes, but all of Eastern Europe, with some emphasis right now on Ukrainian tunes for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course. I guess I always assumed it was only local, so it's local and national talent, I guess, and international now. Obviously this group from Poland.
Ali, he lives in Chelsea and has for the last couple of years, but he's from Iran. I would say that 90% of it, Ken Yates, Benj, and Polki are the other groups. All the rest, I think I counted this morning just before coming on the air, there are 50 performers.
Wow.
So 3 or 4 of them are from out of town.
And you can get a full pass, right?
You can get a full pass, but the daytime program is free.
Right.
On Saturday at the church, and on Sunday the daytime program is free.
Wonderful. Ian, great to have you back here in studio. Thanks so much for joining.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Again, festival happening beginning on Thursday, runs all the way to Sunday. You can visit OttawaGrassrootsFestival.com for the entire schedule. We'll be back with more daytime right after this. Don't go anywhere.